record on this map. Do you really want to challenge PERA on a map which is known for breaking some hearts in the open qualifiers?
Well, let's take a quick look as we are getting underway with the first map. Of course, for those at home that, we might have some audio listeners, the final map will be Ancient if we get to that. We are now underway. We have Aurora versus PERA. First map of Group Sheep. I am very excited.
Yeah, I mean, that makes two of us. We got a pretty typical A walk. And I think they're going to keep it quite slow. Not the biggest batch of utility. Just a smoke and a molly, but you could see that be used quite effectively. The dualies on Bibu, they're in the correct position. This might be something.
Ooh, nice jump out of Morgan. Is Result, a player to watch, but gets the first one. But now will get traded by Aaron, who needs to stay alive. Beautiful headshot from Aaron, but lucky will take him down in the process. DGL also lost his life to Kenzie, and now 3 versus 2. Can Corey and Poria retake this?
It's a very difficult one, but that makes it a lot easier. Norway, though, brings it. Oh, man, he holds it down on his own. You see Lackey looking up a bit confused. Oh, the round's already over. Aurora on the first.
That's a sensational start and some very nice headshots there. Sadly, Bibu couldn't achieve, well, anything with the dualies right behind the smoke. He got jumped on and killed right away, which of course allowed Aurora to explode onto the bomb site. Now, full eco. Well, there is a deagle for Aaron because he did get the 2 kills, so his economy was a bit better, allowing him to do that. Where is he heading with that deagle? Is in mid, I believe.
There's a good bit of mid presence, which I am actually hoping to see from both of these T sides. Mid presence usually brings, like, as soon as you get control over mid every single round. Oh, Aaron does drop that peak, but as soon as you get control over mid every single round, usually that does bring a very strong T side with it.
Poria gets the first kill with the USP. That's very curious. And now they know the position of Lackey. They're going to throw some HEs on top of him, down to 40 HP. One more bullet would get the job done, and they get the Galil.
Yeah. I don't think there's a round here, though. Do you?
Well, even if they get one more kill, the economical damage would be amazing for PERA.
DGL going for a couple of attempts on the Deke.
Oh, nice.
Result. Kenzie with a double spray, and that should solidify the round. It is indeed very good damage for how little they invested.
I mean, that was a deagle and 4 USPs, right? And Bibu might even save this Galil. Result and Deco will not be pushing CT spawn, so he will get this, well, not for free, but Aurora getting the plant in both rounds. They'll have money to rebuy in the next one. But still, throwing 2 players alone across the map while you're trying, I guess that was an attempt to fake, but you can't isolate yourself in a corner when there is a potential of HEs flying at your head, right? So maybe a bit of a mistake from some of the Aurora players, but this next round will dictate how big of a mistake that was, because if they can convert this one, their economy will be back on track.
Yeah, for PERA, also a lot of pressure in this round. You're going to go down, well, at least 0-4 if you lose this one. So, just going to be a default start from Aurora. Nothing all too fancy. I always call it the W strat, just because the players are sort of positioned in a W form on the Anubis map.
Yeah, it's W from Waxen, right?
Yeah, also the W from Winner.
I know Anubis is, I think, the highest win rate T-side map in the current pool in Tier 1 Counter-Strike. But I gotta say, I feel like that's kind of misleading because you sometimes get these teams that are so well-versed on the CT side that completely annihilate you. So I'm curious to see how these 2 teams will match up as, oh my god, Deco with the full control of the MAC-10 at long distance gets the kill.
It's a great opener, long-range fight to win it with the MAC-10 weapon where it's not really supposed to be that effective.
Bibu's playing behind the double doors. He feels the presence and swings on mic time and gets only one as Deco gets the trade kill again with the MAC-10. That's going to allow him to pick up the AK and also $600 in the bank.
Hey, bomb site's already fallen. Results. And Kenzie Tucked in PERA might make a bit of a play here, but as
Nice.
soon as that smoke fades, you see Nori pay its attention. Still the angle PERA is
Goes
not
down.
covered for. And a second as well, a third from Corey,
Deck
the
so
open
far.
killer. He's gonna be the only one left.
He's gonna go mid and pick up the AK, and for a split second, I thought PERA might decide to save in a 3v4, but that little sneak up allowed them to kill the bomb planter despite the bomb going down, and PERA, very, very good round for them. Aurora, well, Deco is happy with what he did this round. He got 2 kills with a MAC-10 and saved an AK.
Yeah, but that, man, that's just a slight mistake of Kenzie not covering the angle enough and allowing the bomb planter to go down. But, well, it's a very minor mistake. PERA do take complete advantage.
Yeah, you give them an inch, they will take a full hand. As Deco goes for the AWP, of course, the op specialist for Aurora, but that's gonna let Kenzie and Resol to play with a Tech 9s only.
Well, with the 2 Tech 9s, I mean, especially on Anubis, if you get in close range and they're gonna be moving towards Cave, that's both Kenzie and Result. They are very purposeful with these weapons. And as soon as you get into that close range, when you're in Cave, the weapon you have doesn't really matter anymore. You just need to hit your shots. But PERA, I think, acknowledging that by keeping it empty.
This is the first slow round I feel like we've seen this first half, round number 4, and it is, like you mentioned, because of the lack of proper gunnery for Aurora. They just want to take control as much as possible of every single choke point in the map. But with that being said, they have a lot of great presence in mid, and they're very close. Is Aaron going to be aware, though? Well, he is now. Great headshot coming in from Lucky, who's going even deeper now, and now they've completely split PERA side. 2 players on A, 2 players on B. DGL and Corey about to get sandwiched in.
Yeah, difficult hold this. DGL, not even one. Corey, one of the newer additions, will only hold on for one. It's Deco full blind through the smoke that will find it. Bibu keeps this kind of realistic, though. 2 versus 3. This is not impossible.
They've done it in a 3v4, now they just need to do it again, but that HE will be pitch perfect. 22 damage to Bibu, who's sneaking up close. Has to check this right, but Deco with the AWP in a very strange off angle. And now Aaron, do you really want to risk it for more? You should probably just take the AK to the next round, and that's what he decides to do. Falling back right now, and Aurora will win. Round number 3 with 2 Tech 9s. But now they manage to save 2 rifles, an AWP, and their economy will start skyrocketing for the T side.
And it will start plummeting for the CTs. I think if PERA are unable to take Aurora down in one of these rounds with all 5 kills, I think it's gonna take a while before they're gonna have an AWP. Or this one will have to be a full eco, and I think it will be for DGL. And then they can afford an AWP in the next round, because I do think that is what they are gonna, like, what they missed a bit in this full gun round. Is you see Deco getting 2 kills with his, especially on Anubis. I mean, the stats speak for itself, right? If you've looked at the statistics on Anubis, all the top CT performers, only Oppers, well, and Nico, but only Oppers.
Oh man, that's a fun stat we have right there, but. PERA is going for a small investment, some 5.7s, 1 P250, a Deagle. By the way, do you think that's DGL, or do you think his name is actually Deagle, and that's why he keeps on buying the Deagle? I'm just asking.
It would be a very speaking name.
Yeah.
See, the results, catching some eco frags would be good for our Kidia player to watch. Add some stats.
That was a very late pop flash, by the way. The player swung, died, and then the pop flash came in. Definitely a miscommunication. But Aaron, you talked about the importance of taking control mid. He does have the sole AK. He pushes up mid, catches Lucky off guard, and I think they should just give up the site and try to retrieve the guns. No? Okay.
Yeah, with the HP being this low, it sort of negates the threat. Although that's a very quick headshot with the AK. And this flank, I think, is not going to be fast enough. I think as soon as this bomb has been planted, they will be aware. But PERA's probably just going to be looking to save an AK that was somewhere left at top middle. And I think that will mean one AK saved. Yeah, dead to rights, Aaron. And well, we're on board with the PERA adventure here.
Saving the AK. I don't think Poria is going to have any attempt. You could argue, right, if you're one of our lower ranked viewers, oh, just go for it. You're going to have money anyway. But no. The AK is much more valuable than an M4 will be in the next round. You know, that single click headshot is very, very valuable, especially for players that are so skilled as the ones on the PERA side. So 4-1. As those Aurora is slowly starting to snowball, but PERA needs to get the next one, because if they lose the next one, that will be another eco, and yeah, it's just not good enough from them. Even if they believe more in their T side, they should still, I think, get maybe 4 rounds would be ideal for PERA. Anything under 4 would be an absolute disaster.
Yeah, I think ideal is a bit of a too positive of a word.
Yeah.
I think 4 is going to be the minimum that they'll need. The border Aurora have already crossed. And I'm wondering if PERA will not necessarily take the bait, but I'm wondering if they will start to play a bit more aggressive. For some teams it feels like a necessity to play aggressive on the CT sides. For others, it might not be. And I think with DGL and the AWP, I think they're going to play a bit of a default defense for one more. And if that still doesn't work, I think then we're going to see some more funky plays. As the very close from PERA. The info is at least there.
This is also the first AWP we see for DGL, so let's see if he can actually get on the board, as he has yet to find any success in the first 5 rounds of this half.
Not going to be a fast round for both teams again. Whole bunch of util used though. Yeah, we're pretty much still in sort of this default battle. Very straightforward Anubis thus far. Nothing too fancy.
Yeah, no, the classic contest of connector is arguably probably one of the most important parts of the map. That's why we keep on seeing exchanges of mollies, HEs constantly. But Kenzie is going to give it up after throwing that molly. Going all the way back towards B. That's quite interesting.
What Aurora have been doing really well is sort of conditioning that cave. Every single time there has been at least a bit of pressure within their defaults towards cave. And every single time you see PERA not be there anymore. It's such a large part of the map control that you just lose out on.
Oh my goodness, this angle. It's usually a one and done. Get PERA, get one, gets only. Yep, just a single one, as Deco is aware of that potential. And now Risol just walking up through main, getting the kill on Bibu. Corey and DGL will most likely have to call it save yet again for the 2 players. As Aurora, very methodical play, have found yet another successful round.
Yeah, Bibu was kind of expecting that smoke on A main to be more of a wall than just a blinding factor. And I was gonna make a very annoying joke.
Just do it. Just do it.
Well, we still haven't seen the AWP out for PERA yet.
Wow.
But yeah, DGL, he also just he hasn't been able to get involved, and I think that sort of loops back to what I mentioned, right? PERA, they are right that bridge control, just a molly and a couple nades, a smoke, right? Bridge is all theirs. One Molotov from Kenzie was enough again for like the second time already. One Molotov is enough to completely empty out cave for the rest of the round.
It also kind of sold a bit of a fake. It forced PERA to commit to that B site and didn't allow for a fast rotate to A. And you need a fast rotate when there's so much presence in mid from the T side, right?
Again, the early util towards cave. This time a bit of a deeper smoke. I'm just looking, right? In this round, yet again, we're not really looking at a typical round because there's just a couple of pistols out. And an empty A bomb site. Sort of empty. Bibu's holding the long range fight. They were hoping for a middle stack, but Bibu knows it's lost with all the Yuto flying across his
The
face.
result. Oh man, just walking in full blind, spraying the molly to his left. I mean,
Getting
and
some of that boomage in.
yeah, I mean that could have worked. Sadly, nobody was there for them, of course. Deco's holding the flank. He's not going to find any action here, as I suspect Corey and DGL will most likely do their best to save the next couple of guns. Maybe Aaron, Bibu, and Poria going for a few exit kills.
It is that Nori has already been damaged, otherwise this would have truly been like a full, complete unicorn round. I have a feeling Lackey is walking into his death. Yeah, well, that's Bibu taking him down, as there were 3 players on the CT edge. Results, just trying to fight a bit more. Poyer will eventually take him down. So 3 each into round number 8.
And the second AK gets retrieved as well from PERA. It's a small victory for them, but the big ones are going towards Aurora, right? Like, look at the economy, my friend. The lowest is Lucky with 3.5k in the bank. Everybody else has over 4k, even a couple into the 6 and 7 thousands. So Aurora's economy will be looking pretty good, but we get the first tactical timeout call from PERA, and it's not too late yet. I think it's a pretty good time to call it, but they need to do a change up here. Sheepan, I'm going to ask you what that change is. Do they need to play more aggressive? Do they need to play more passive?
It would sound a bit like, oh yeah, I just want to see some more gunfights. But apologies. No, it's right. I'm not just wishing them to just bum rush everything, right? But I do want them to at least challenge for a bit more control, right? Either keep cave, keep a bit deeper of the position in A, and it's looking like it's going to be a bit more cave control with DGL in there, and boom, instant success. It's Deco going down.
First kill on the board for DGL. And now the first op v op duel going up for the parent side. But that was a very early pickoff. More than 90 seconds left on the clock for this round. And now DGL swings again, gets a leg shot, 1 HP onto Kenzie. Ah.
Yeah, it's nearly something more. It is DGL who does go down after that fight. And PERA have lost their advantage. Oh. bit of a scrappy flashbang, but
a scrappy flashbang, a scrappy fight across the map, but Lucky is the one falling where the action is happening. So PERA, 50 seconds, they have to hold a player advantage and trade. The HP also very much in their favor, as Kenzie and Result are both more or less 1 HP away from dying. Well, Kenzie is literally 1 HP. So Bibu will give up the side, allow for the plant to commence, I suspect, and then go for the 4v3 retake.
Yeah, if Bibu's M4 runs dry, could always give Kenzie the tickle death, and he'll probably fall. Anyways,
you heard about the death of 1,000 cuts. What about the death of 1,000 tickles?
Death by 1,000 spoons.
It's the first one.
Video, by the way.
Oh, runs out of bullets, and now Mori and Kenzie get a kill each, down to a 2 versus 2, still HP advantage for PERA, but look at the swing from Aaron, full headshot, and now wants to get the final planter. Kenzie, still alive, gets shot in the back from Corey, that completely rotated around the map. Now he's going to run for the AWP, and PERA will get their second round on the board. Still, they would have loved to keep 3 alive in that one.
Yeah. It does end up with that death. It does end up being probably one of the more unequal 2v2s that we have seen, considering the HP and the information on the positions. But it is PERA that with their, I think it is the second round where they get an opening kill, and the second round where they convert it. And now I'm wondering if PERA will just sort of continue doing the same, or if they will actually change it up. But I think only time will tell.
I reckon they should use DGL the same. And he does it again. Wins the duel second time. Different part of the map. DGL finally waking up, feeling himself. Even last round, right? He got 1 kill, but it was essentially 2.
Yeah. And it is him taking more control. In the previous rounds, it was just him sitting back. Aaron on middle, finding himself Lackey before that smoke blooms. And with the nade blowing open, the
Nice.
smoke result still challenging.
Yeah, result. I don't know if the HE rendered on your screen, but the smoke was dissipated. That's how CS2 works. Maybe he's playing on a CSGO version. What do I know?
A lot of players in the winter break have been playing Global Offensive again.
Oh,
You
have
know,
they? Okay.
I probably the Aurora players not, but I did see an influx of Global Offensive tweets.
Well, there's about to be an influx of bullets to Kenzie's head that he's about to get spotted here. Actually, he might have a good timing on to... Yeah, Aaron gets taken out. The site is not free, though. Kenzie has to check his corners. There's a player just behind default. Smoke coming up to cover the left side, allowing Kenzie to actually infiltrate even closer. Is he going to get the kid? Oh my god! DGL gets
Maybe.
taken out, and this is actually turning into a believable one. Plenty of time for Kenzie, and... Nope, never mind. The flank is here. The clock runs out, and Kenzie falls again. PERA wins the round. Still only 2 players alive, but hey, at least they're now, well, tripling up the rounds they had 2 rounds ago.
Yeah, they're getting a lot closer, and might sound, well, I don't think it'll sound too ridiculous, but a 6-6, I think even still is very much possible. The money from Aurora is dimming out, not the beautiful green glow that it once had, but a bit more attention towards B main.
What was that HE? I don't know where it landed.
That's a crazy one.
I mean, I guess it's against the boost or something?
Yeah, but it is Result who already has found DGL. DGL, who sort of rotated his positions where he went for the opening peak. First on cave, then middle, then B, or then A. Right? Been everywhere now, and no success on A. It's Result with a very quick find.
I think the A main pick with the AWP, from my experience, can be a bit hit or miss if you don't have the best spawn or timing there, as we just saw him get punished because Result already crossed, right? So it's a risk worth taking, but maybe not when you're 3 rounds behind.
It's not a nice angle to peek at. It doesn't feel comfortable that often. I think DGL is going to be a lot more comfortable than you and I, but still,
I mean,
those
you don't know
small
me.
margins do matter.
Oh man, 40 seconds on the clock, and we see Aurora Gaming already heading toward, well, they have B side. They're just throwing some utility because they obviously don't have the X-ray that we do. So the plant will be uncontested. The only question is, can they hold 5 versus 4? But Lackey has only a Tech 9, so he needs to play up close and personal.
Bibu will try to fight his way in. I'm actually surprised PERA are still going to be going for this in the 4 versus 5, because it looked like they were in premium safe positions, and then everyone gets mown down.
It's a bit of a disaster. I think the call there is we need to make some noise to allow Aaron to come in. But by the time that happened, we all died, and Aaron still goes for this for some reason, as their money doesn't look ideal. I thought Aaron would save. Aurora coming up with a flawless round. Started off with Results, entry on A, and then just empty site. Get on top of it. 7-3.
I don't know if you can play the harp, but
okay,
maybe production can add like the harp noise, you know, the flashback sound. Let's look back a couple of rounds to the 2 versus 4 and the 1 versus 4 that PERA both won. Both of those rounds did not end with 4 players alive from PERA. Both ended with just 2 alive, and like, you're winning 2 rounds back to back, but still you're putting yourself in this kind of uncomfortable position. So that is the change up, going a bit more aggressive. Aaron on bridge, Corey.
1 HP.
That's sloppy.
He almost got that duel. Aaron? What?
Oof.
Okay, they're stepping up on the gas pedal for some reason. PERA started to play a bit desperate, although they were catching up in rounds. So now they're getting punished by a bit of these mistakes. And now it's Poria back at his favorite angle, playing behind that wall of bricks. But has a teammate this time around. Bibu gets the first kill somewhere else, as DGL goes down to 7 HP, 3 versus 3. But look at Kenzie's positioning.
Oh, he's so deep in.
Yeah, that's what he said. Kenzie.
With the bomb being picked up now.
Yes.
It's Lackey that will be caught by PERA.
Look at this. Gets one.
It's one.
42
Still
seconds.
going towards the B bomb side.
HE's gonna get the job done. Bibu, no, sidesteps it, but meanwhile, Norway gets into it and now gets the kill. Now 1 versus 1. Bibu manages to kill the pesky lurker in Kenzie. Bomb plant gets faked. Norway will fully commit to it now. 11 HP. 1 bullet will do the job for Norway, but so will one from Bibu. AK-47 headshot is all that you need.
There's no defuse kit.
There's a smoke
So that
though.
timer is ticking just a bit faster for Bibu's ears than it is for ours. And there is a flashbang and a smoke, but Norway's spray, it's unlikely to miss for an entire 10 seconds. But I think Bibu is going to try and challenge that anyway. Okay, well, that's very quick.
He needed to go for
Norway.
it. They couldn't afford losing the round, so contesting it was the key thing. As their economy is now in absolute shambles. 3-8, and about 10 rounds ago, we called that they need at least 4. Can they get 4 with triple FAMAS, double MP9? I don't know about that one.
That's gonna be. They're not making it easy on themselves, and I mean, you see how much like the coverage, even if PERA throw those sort of chaos crystals, throw them into the map, or the chaos emeralds. Sorry, wrong reference. Like, even if when they've thrown them into the map, you see Aurora with that double push, Deco with a blind shot, holding off Bibu. That's actually fight still. It will extend past DGL's life.
Look at Lackey.
What is this? Lackey, come on, bro.
Is the smoke criminal 2024? Stewie 2K with the return. It's Lackey 1, actually, not Stewie 2. Okay, he's
What
literally
is
just
this?
making his way to CT spawn. You can say he gathers a lot of information, but not really, as Corey has taken control of the B side again. So Lucky's gonna keep going. Nobody in mid, and okay, full wrap around. Corey might not expect this. I don't think anyone would.
They will never expect this, and then already the fast rotate coverage. 3 versus 3, but with Lackey already sneaking through that smoke. That is a magnificent play. That is so good. And I don't think this retake's on.
There's a molly. Aaron will push Deco back, but no, Deco fully swings to the smoke.
No
Molotov.
way!
Oh, full confidence. I love that from Deco. And now PERA 1v3 with a dream. Can he make it work? Gets the first one, but the second will not come to fruition. At Kenzie gets the kill. 9-3 at the half for Aurora. Okay, we have returned on PERA's map pick of Anubis. They will now have to win the pistols if they want to start mounting a comeback. I'm Waxen, joined by several sheep. And what is this first matchup of Group C? And sheep, so far, so good for Aurora Gaming.
Yeah, they've managed to deal with a lot of the opposition, not let PERA get away with anything less than perfect. And we got, I've kind of trademarked the term, the dual dualies for Kenzie and Deco. Kenzie holding him in cave. Let's see if the berries can get some more success. Nope, they are cursed here on Anubis. You instantly get one tapped.
Okay, well, the first, there's no longer dual dualies, it's just a solo dualies, and I don't think Deco, oh, actually, he gets a headshot. I was about to say he's not going to have much more success. Jumping in mid-air gets headshotted by the Glock of Poria. And now PERA has pretty much secured this round, unless Norway and the result want to pull up the biggest 2v5 of their career.
Yeah, this would be a bit too crazy to get into it. Norway really wants to guarantee. Okay, that did for a second have me scared a bit. But, well, they do what they need to do, and that is win the pistol. Now, in the lower ranks, I'm saying around position, 60 to 100 on the HLTV ranking. I'd see a bunch of force buys here on the CT side in this exact situation. Luckily, Aurora played a bit smarter. But Anubis has been one of the maps where you absolutely can find success with it.
Well, I think we're at this point in the meta where a lot of teams just fully invest to AKs and Galils, so going for a force by CT doesn't really help. But look at Beaton's angle. He's about to meet 5 players. Can he get 1, 2, 3? Nope, just 1. And gets too low, but in the end they will fall as Deco gets a nice couple USB shots in. Really wants to get us another AK. Yeah, he's gonna pay the price with his life. And now Norway will most likely die to a Mac 10. But they're not going to be able to retrieve both AKs.
Oh, yeah, they did.
No, they hit 3 AKs and 2 Mac 10s, right? No?
No, other way around. Nice. Two AKs. They were quite conservative, which does work out pretty nicely for them in the end. And with 2 kills coming through, I mean, it's at least a bit of a decent amount of money. Only Lackey not with head armor. So if Bibu and Lackey meet, Lackey will be unlucky in that. But I think he'll manage. Of course, they're gonna send him in as the spearhead,
as they should.
Yeah. Wondering if they'll just wait for this smoke to fade. Usually you see teams at least cover a bit more of the map before they go for such a play, unless they really want to go fast.
They might have a read here. They might know that Result likes playing alone in the first few couple gun rounds. And yes, he does have a partner close in mid, but he is pretty isolated here, especially if the smokes land, well, as they should, properly.
Norway is still close range. Smoke for Pillar actually results will be blocked, but he can give himself some vision. Knows that the angle's a bit more favorable for the ones entering the bomb sites. And slow but steady, but they get into the bomb site. Not that much of a rush. Still this close position. It's a very slim wall dividing the two teams.
They're going for the retake, and the flashes are coming in. The utility's there, but on Norway, it's actually Team Flash. Nice HE is going to come on top, but Bibu gets the first kill with the Mac 10. There's so much HE damage. Result gets 1, 2, but the Iron says stop this attempt as he gets 2 of his own. And now Deco 1v2 cannot convert another kill onto DGL, and PERA with the first gun round.
Yeah, 5 versus 5. Hold off on the retake. I mean, all in all, pretty great hold of the bomb site, right? And it's mostly as a CT, as soon as, even if you're in that close position, Aurora They didn't really have one player pushing on the flank. So they just had to come from two directions, and makes it a bit easier to hold off. PERA have had some awesome success on the T side rounds, and Aurora have lost this map, as mentioned, against a couple of teams which I think on other maps you'll find it hard to believe that they actually lost.
Lucky, aware of that boost, and tries to get something with the Eagle, but it's actually going to be Kenzie and
Oi.
Result getting one of their own.
Out of A.
And now Kenzie has the HE. Oh my god, that's going to be Lucky now, pushing on the back of that HE coming in from water, and the player's advantage is considerable, as somehow PERA is the only player left alive.
Wow, the mowdown. Aggression on 3 different angles, both on bridge, cave, and out of A. And it is one of the earlier angles that, right, it's 2 players pushing out of cave, so a lot of attention is going to be garnered for that. And then Result just storms out of A main, and a double kill for him, putting himself on 13. In the lead, PERA on his own, and I think it's more of the Halo game here. Objective, survive. I think you can go for a clutch here. Ooh.
We'll get punished with the white. Kills are not going in the favor of Aurora. Like you mentioned, there's not enough to actually convert this, but getting 2 kills now makes him believe, and has the ball, rushes it, knife in hand. Result will get the kill. PERA really was hoping he could get a plant there, maybe for a bit of extra cheddar cheese for his side, but still, winning the first gun round and then losing versus what was an essential eco, MP9s and Deagles, it's going to be very tragic for the economy if the rest of the half.
That's a tough pill to swallow, and you see PERA taking the time out to at least get a bit of water with that to flush the loss down. And also, like we had PERA go aggressive a couple of rounds and not really finding success. Aurora, not even on a full buy, on just a couple of pistols, they managed to already time it so much better and spread the aggression out so much better that it's instantly a round win on their CT side. I was really expecting PERA to just close the gap, and we're more or less looking at a 9-9 game, but that's not the case. Run boost.
Look at that running boost. That was beautiful until Deco said, I don't want to see any of your flashy things, boys. I'm going to show you. You know, slow and steady wins the race, so you might be fast, you might be flying, but I am the superhero here. No, okay. Lucky. Why? I don't know why he wanted to take that fight.
Well, another sick flashbang.
I mean, this is good.
We can cut these guys some slack. We can cut these guys some slack.
They just came back from holiday. That's fine.
Yeah, it's the opening game.
Nice.
Great opener by Aaron, who take the reins of the AWP. Oh my goodness, Aaron. That's 2 already to open up. And Nori,
wow.
Oh, he's going to play the trigger discipline. Oh my goodness. Nori, that's the bomb being dropped. What a play in the 2v4.
Now falls back, buys time, Kenzie's on the prowl, gets another kill onto PERA, and what was a 4v2 for PERA, it's a 1v2 disaster for Bibu, who also is the first player in this round to take the op reins for the T side. Well fall, and my goodness, we thought Aaron was carrying this team into that round. In the end, it wasn't quite sufficient.
Oh, what a play from Norway. Just seeing that op get across the corner and... Oh, wait a sec. And then so much attention towards him. Kenzie can just walk in. What a crazy round.
And now, because that was a force buy from PERA, of course, now their economy is non-existent. So we will be looking most likely at 6 map points for Aurora on PERA's map pick. And I gotta ask you, how are you feeling, Sheep? Your prediction's looking not hot.
Well, about the 2-1 prediction, you mean?
Yes, yes.
Well, I have a feeling that you might be a bit more correct than I was. Norway with not the ace.
Oh, just 4K
Just
there.
four. Just
But it's
four.
an eco, you know, he's
Keep
farming
it mellow.
kills. He's farming kills, but he deserves to farm those kills on the back of that play from the previous gun round, you know? It's kind
That
of,
is
when you work hard in a hard round, then the universe rewards you with some easy pick'ems afterwards.
it's his gift from Gaben.
Yeah. Or gift from PERA.
Maybe. They do have I think it's Zeus as their logo. So. Is it? I think it is.
Could be Zeus, could be Odin. Could be Thor.
Point.
Norway, full confidence, swinging out main, gets the kill with the M4A1 onto Corey, who might just well be out for the remainder of this map, unless his teammates can pull up some miraculous 4v5 strategies.
I'm not confident in it.
Yeah, neither am I. But
I'm
that's
really
our job.
not.
We gotta believe. Oh, and Bibu says, "Oh, I've got some belief for you." Nice swing headshot. Kenzie completely obliterated, shut down. But Result wants to take some control across the map, and he finds a very nice push through the smoke. It's gonna be him versus Bibu. Flash coming in. Okay, it was a decoy.
Iraqi Bibu with the decoy peek at the Result. What a play.
I mean, 2 kills so far, both for Bibu. Both have been impeccable. But we're looking at PERA infiltrating. Norway gets the kill in main, but PERA is coming in. Slow but steady.
At what point will they expect this flank? Will they ever expect this flank? I have
I
a
don't think they
feeling
will.
that
Yes.
is looking for it.
PERA still wins the duel.
What
What is 180 from PERA?
Turnaround!
Gets another one, and now Deco 1v3, and I was wrong. Corey will have the chance to see the light of Anubis yet again, as we will see Deco save the AWPs, PERA with the 7th on the board. And I gotta say, there's still 4 timeouts to be used in this map. PERA with 1 to go, I believe, and Aurora have yet to use any of them because they've kind of been steamrolling. So let's see if PERA can mount a couple of rounds and force 1 timeout out of the CT side.
It would be big. I mean, the money from the CT is not going to be looking all too great. They're still going to have the AWP. PERA is in no position to go hunting here. But that's an absolutely great round, and Poiria's wrist. Well, maybe it went from pina coladas to hitting 180s in the server.
Even if PERA don't manage to mount a full comeback here, just getting a couple more rounds on the board here might be sufficient for them to, you know, get a bit of a confidence boost for their second map. And oh my god, the tactical timeout gets called right away from Aurora. You don't want to hesitate. They don't want to give them, like we said, an inch. And now they're also probably thinking what they want to do because they can't fully invest on all the 5 players.
Yeah, usually when you have 1 SMG, you just maybe change up a single position. Or it'll be the grounds of going for a completely different round. Guess we'll have to wait and see. The MP9, it's been such a classic. Right,
I love the MP9 in CS2. I love the MP9. Honestly, I know a lot of people hate it, but when you don't have time to play as much CS as I used to and be as good as I used to, the MP9 is kind of like a crutch for me, you know?
Yeah. And if you're an idiot playing like me, the MP9 has very good jump shot accuracy.
Okay,
I play it like it's Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, to be honest. The game, but hey, makes it fun. Corey does catch a nade to the dome, and will indeed not see that much of a change up. Norway will still be the rotation player, and will be towards the middle.
Nice.
Flashbang combination being set up for Lackey, I think.
Interesting default. Mollies to clear the corners, used from PERA. They have another couple available, actually. Aaron has 1, and so does Bibu. But Bibu's holding this water area. They don't want to get flanked, they don't want to get pushed, they don't want to get sandwiched in, but they're not aware of the right position, as Lucky has full control of the mid lane. The mid lane? Just the mid area. And now, oh, Deco. Did he spot Poria's head above the smoke? I don't think he has.
No, I don't think so, but the read has been pretty good from Aurora. This decision to completely abandon middle would work out if not for Corey just mowing
My
down 2,
God!
3. As that's Corey. You mentioned his wishes to see another round. Well, he's not taking it for granted. That is 2, 3 actually amazing entry frag kills. That's a round on his own.
Lucky, good control of the movement, but 9 HP. Okay, still gets another kill, and now we'll trade it for the AK. He should have never gotten that kill there. Bibu maybe not expecting the confident swing there. It's gonna still allow PERA get their 8th round on the board, reducing the 6 map point deficit to only 4, as their economy will be looking better and better. As Aurora's gaming, well, they will have to go for a partial buy.
Yeah, and usually around this time is where you see the OT spam come up in chat. As there, I mean, I did say it time and time again. Aurora have actually surprised me with how well they have been playing, on this map, because it in the past it has not been a great map for them. They've lost against some teams like they lost this map against Shingi's Warriors back in the Mesa Nomadic tournament, the Nomadic Masters. And yeah, I mean, they lost against Sungal pretty devastatingly. There have been some wins, but it's not been too great. And DGL this time with a good opener.
Yeah, DGL's been rather quiet this game, but getting a couple kills here versus the Eco might actually help him with his confidence for the coming rounds, as Lucky's 1v5, gets a kill on Corey, and again, it's a game of cat and mouse. Can Lucky save the AK yet again?
Shadow spotted. Boy, that's a bit unfortunate for Lackey. Would have done him well to at least take down Aaron, but PERA, they are on a hot streak.
Timeout, maybe from Aurora? I reckon you gotta call it. If not now, you lose 2 more rounds, you're down to 12-11. The momentum's completely shifting, so they will opt against calling for the second timeout right now. They have a full 5 rifles, no AWP for them this time around, despite the fact that Deco has had quite good success with the big green. Look at the approach from PERA, actually kind of completely towards B, abandoning A main fully to start off this round.
It does limit you quite a lot, not having the AWP. It just chokes you out a bit in the positions. I mean, some like it, but usually playing on the CT side of Anubis, you don't. Kenzie gonna stand at this wall. Warrior's already passed, but into the bomb side they go.
Now it's going to be Result, have to come in through the water, try to catch someone by surprise. Deco's a bit scared about some random bullets flying by, but Result has 1-2, but a headshot from the AK-47 is much stronger now. It's going to be a save for Aurora. PERA, ever so close to taking us to the first overtime.
That angle is so nasty from Poria, by the way, just on that staircase. Because you can spot the knee quite early, but that means absolutely nothing, as that knee will just look a bit bent and weird, and it's gonna step away and into frame. It's, yeah, makes you dizzy. Still, I think we still do have like the Michael Jackson peaks.
Yeah, of course. Michael will forever be with us. Oh wow, let's not do that again. Okay, do you think we're gonna see Lucky and Deco in the same site together, or do you gonna go for a full 5-player stack and trying to pick off the damage dealt by the pistols with the M4s?
Yeah, mate. I think just having them spread out both, I think their individual performances have been more than good enough that you can rely on a trade. So it's going to be both in middle and on the B bomb side, or well, on A and on B. And ooh, there's actually a fish out on B. I'm looking at it on the mini map. Now we're looking at it on the full screen. It's Norway, at least with one trade.
Okay.
With an easy.
He gets out.
Easy. That's the escape.
Gets the M4. Not bad. Not bad for Aurora.
What a
Kenzie
play.
will have to instantly stop the smoke, but look at Resolve. Playing close with the 5-7. Nice pop flash. Can he get the kill? He finishes DGL. And nice headshot for the second. Going for the third. And it's going to be Deco from the behind with M4A1. And now Aaron, 1v4 for PERA. Wants to keep his team into this map, number 1 that they've picked. Can he make anything happen? It's a long way off from the bomb. It's a long way off from the 4 opponents that want to put an end to their streak.
And it's always the forced by rounds in these types of situations, right? You're on map point for a while. There's a bit of a comeback. Well, the 5-7s, they do it. It is a result with a beautiful double kill on the 5-7. Aurora will take the 13-10 on map number 1 of the map pick of PERA, and we'll head into Nuke with this one in the bag.
13-10, it was a month ago on Nuke as well. Sheep, similar score on...
They play quite often, but I mean, as a CT op, you should feel comfortable.
Well, let's just get into it. Nuke, one of the oldest maps in whole of Counter-Strike, actually, alongside with the likes of Inferno and Dust, to CT-sided, as always, maybe less in the last 7 years or so, but still over 60% of the rounds go in the favor of the CT side. And now we will only start with a single pair of dualies for Bibu, not the dual dualies.
Not the dual dualies. It's trademarked, you know that. I get a euro every time someone says dual dualies.
Oh god.
Yeah. Deco already. Oh wow, what a T-side entry to stack on top of each other. Deco through a smoke and result absolutely wrecking DGL. And, well, oh my goodness, these blocks.
Hey, the dualies are still here. Let's see. Bibu is now or never. The sheriff is in town. Gotta jump through the window. Gotta try to get the first contact. Can you even get the first headshot? Yes, you can. Controlling of that spray and pray tactic with the dual pistols. Opens the door, but gets shot in the back by Kenzie. And that's not what we wanted to see from PERA, as they get completely steamrolled by this aggressive attack push in ramp from Aurora. And you know, we were singling out DGL. We wanted him to have a good start. He got headshotted in about 5 seconds.
And well, by result, and I mean, I think there was very little to do in that situation in general. There was the pressure in lobby, as pretty commonly used, right, with the P250 getting the opener as well, straight through a smoke. We didn't actually see that kill, so we don't know how blind of a shot it was, but that burst through a ramp. Aurora, yet again, just the only way to stop them in such a play is to make the gamble to have 2 or 3 players ramp. And that's a gamble that's you don't really want to take on a pistol round.
Good patience. Deco's gonna wait for the boost to come down, but he gets headshotted by the USB. Okay, that's PERA with some heavenly shots in ramp, and now Corey will eat a couple of HEs in heaven, down to 1 HP.
That was a single nade, by the way.
Wow.
That took Corey down to 1. Maybe DGL can get some money with the Mac 10. I think they're just gonna try and bait it in for him. And well, that'll work quite beautiful.
Hey, 2 guns are 2 guns. Corey might love getting another one, but look at Lucky farming him for a bit of extra cash with a Mac 10. 2 on the board for Aurora already. Of course, T-side is always good to have a good start on Nuke, as DGL gets his hands on the AWP already, trying to put the green gun to use in, well, it's not going to be the first gun round, but there are a lot of rifles for Aurora.
There's good availability. I mean, 2 Galils might be a bit sketchy. But of course, the same headshot damage as the M4s, just a bit more difficult to handle in the spray. I always think the Galil is a beautiful reference. If you see a player be able to control the Galil spray, you know he's having a good day.
A good day, or he's a good player, as DGL is actually opening up the map with the op. Yeah, do you think they have a good day, or they're a good player if they control the spray of the Galil?
I think they'll have a good day. Like, they're on fire on the day. Even the best players can have a struggle with the Galil spray.
Kenzie somehow finds a pick off very deep, actually, just outside of fence in B lower, which is quite surprising that Result got caught by surprise there. And Norway wins the duel versus Poria despite eating a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's a great entry actually in. Just a clean one-on-one fight as well. Not the best coverage on outside, and Aurora are counting on no reactions of PERA over towards this position. That'll be quite correct.
45 seconds though.
Might be a bit sketchy, but no one from PERA is making their way down to the bottom bomb site. The Opper of DGL, he's going to be the closest, but also he's pushing away from that perimeter. I think that this will most likely just be a very easy Aurora round. I don't see anything else than saving here.
Yeah, the B bomb site is fully empty. As DGL gets a kill in ramp on the flank. Actually, fakes being aggressive for a split second, will need to wait for his teammates. The bomb does go down with 2 seconds left on the clock. Aaron and Corey, they seem to want to contest, maybe? Okay, 3v3. Kenzie's low HP.
Well, they are going to go for this. Let's see, Corey, 0 kills as of yet, but he is going to be the first member in. Wallbang, not connecting, a bit too eager, maybe. Now his M4 is empty, got to do it with the pistol.
Oh, what a headshot!
Tap from Corey. And all of a sudden, Lackey's going to be on his own, but the defense, it's on his side. There's no defuse kit with one more kill and a missed shot. The one tap from Corey is not going to bring the impact. It will be the third.
He loses the
Even
op.
the op dropped on DGL.
That's tragic. Even if he would have connected with the op shot there at the very end, the round would have still went to Aurora, who right now are in a prime position to keep riding the momentum. They're going to even buy a Mac-10 for Deco, who wants to keep farming some more of that dollaroonies. For his next AWP, PERA has to go for... Oh, what? Corey has a Nova. Okay.
Well,
I love it.
yeah. Awesome. Let's see if we can actually get some shots with it. Of course, it's gonna play near the hut. It's not uncommon to see the XM on Nuke. Absolutely not, as that is one ridiculous spray out of the little banana. This banana also being dominant, as it is in every smoothie you make ever with banana.
Sure. Thank you, several sheep, for that beautiful trip down the kitchen. I don't know. Aurora now, player deficit, but Lackey does not want to give away that AK-47. He's holding the smoke, realizes that Poria might want to get his hands on the big gun, but Poria is very patient. And if you allow Poria to get a couple more shots, that could be dangerous, as Corey uses the Nova. And now the Mac-10 gets lost as well. Corey will collect both of them. And the two-player advantage with 50 seconds on the clock. Aurora Gaming need to find out some pieces of information, and Lucky might just have guessed this correctly, as Poria is about to get sandwiched in from low up top. Does get 50 HP off of Result, and Lucky gets the kill with the Molly and DGL back to 3 versus 3. But look at the flank. I believe someone was very close behind them. Well, it doesn't
Corey
matter.
with the AK. Be a bit of a surprise, but I think this bomb will be able to get planted. Bibu, a bit too eager, also forces Aaron to make a move. Corey again in the clutch, or in the save.
Still a good round for PERA. Managing to pick up the AK, even if Corey will save it, that would be great. One more kill would actually make it phenomenal for him, and he has a very interesting position here. Nobody's gonna expect it. Gonna get the first kill. The other two players of the T side are very low. They feel they need to get their tail between their legs and go outside. I think they should both be healthy enough to survive the bomb explosion.
Yep, they will.
Still, despite a good round for PERA, they still lost the round, so 4-0. I mean, can we say that this is going to be the first proper gun round of the map? I guess so. Although Deco will still be the one running with a Galil. because he died with a Mac 10 in the previous round. And Result doesn't want to drop an AWP just yet. But we will get DGL back on the big green. Hopefully he can get more than a kill in this upcoming round if he wants to open up the map for his squad.
DGL with the op. Okay, that might be not a fight with a fast hit rush like this. Corey is able to hold down one nicely. Is Lackey again fighting back? Pure chaos all around, but it's Aaron that will end it as quickly as it started. Well, that's the shortest round we've seen yet.
That round finished at 137. That is incredible. And luckily, if you're a PERA fan, they are the ones to come out victorious in that one, even salvaging the AWP. But speaking of AWP, now Deco will have one for himself as well. 1 in 4 for Deco. Would you say that 6 rounds on T side of Nuke is way too much?
I do think you can still deal with a 7-5 as a CT, but you're not making it easy for yourself. And I think Aurora Gaming, I don't think it would have mattered which map we'd play now. I think the veto, of course, it has its impact, but Aurora, they are just in non-map specific ways, they are just better at this point.
Interesting blows through the smoke being traded there in the end. Aaron is at the receiving end of a Galil headshot, so he's taken out. And now Bibu and DGL have to look outside, but a player has crossed. DGL, he's not going to be... He thinks like someone's behind, but Kenzie is actually going to shoot first, and Lucky will get a kill instead. But now, look at that position, up in heaven. How did he make it that far? It's going to be PERA surfing down. 1v3, gets the first one. Norway down to very low HP, so PERA can make this one happen.
Next time is going to have to be important, and it's going to be a result. Surviving it with a Galil, and all across the board, Aurora just confusing them. And I did mention it a bit in the break in between, right before we got going, right? These little rotates, right? The fact that Lackey has gotten his way into heaven already, the fact all the timings on the pushes outside, Kenzie just waiting in that smoke, not really going for much, if anything, at the start. And as soon as that fight breaks out, he uses his position to surprise a couple, and it's Aurora that will go for the timeout even.
I mean, when you're riding the momentum in the way that they have, I think taking a timeout is more than acceptable, right? You realize you are in cruise control and you don't want to start committing silly mistakes versus what you assume will be a low purchase from PERA. Because if you can get the next one on the board, you've already assured that 6 that we talk about. If you get on the T side, you pretty much guaranteed your victory on a map such as Nuke. So, you know, especially when you have a lot of young players, calming them down, talking to each other, and, you know, focusing on the rounds to come, continuing to ride the momentum that I keep hammering about on is very important.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, Aurora, they of course want to get off to a good start. Top 5 in Challenger League, not too unlikely, as Nori has already taken down PERA. Corey is at the roof.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Corey like Superman. It looked like he landed from somewhere else. I'm gonna throw smokes out. The DGL with his CZ up top, and Aaron's actually coming on the prowl from outside. So if DGL can stay alive, buys time enough time for his teammates, it could be really crucial. The Molly is actually gonna slow Aurora's takeover of the A bomb site. Corey sprayed and prayed through the smoke, spots the legs, but Norway pushes up the ladder and hits him in the back of the head.
Oh, just a distraction play from Lackey down at the smoke. Throwing the smoke round, trying to go for a pretty much impossible fight. Just allowing Norway to exit that ladder, and another shot into Aaron, who had pushed middle or pushed outside a bit. DGL with a CZ would have been a highlight. Would have been one of the highest lights. But it will be just a 6-1. The timeout flips the other way.
Yeah, DGL, I think he just became one of my top 10 favorite players because there's not many people that still run the CZ these days. Always love seeing that, you know, semi-automatic gun. Is it a semi-automatic? No, it's actually fully automatic, right? It's a fully automatic gun.
It's fully automatic, but if you use it, like the reason you don't see it fully automatic is
Bullets.
because the spray goes about through about 4 or 5 realms
Yeah.
between bullet, like after bullet 4. As soon as you're past that 4th bullet, the spray of the CZ will send you to Narnia.
As we
So
see in
yeah,
the top right, Sheep, we have a potential Ancient Decider, but that, I feel like that is a very, very far away point from us right now, as PERA would need to start mounting a comeback, and they would need to do it as we speak, as they're going for another run boost to get DGL even closer, faster to main. PERA has 3 players looking at him from ramp. There is a smoke wall between him and those 3 players.
all the util denying DGL to really get anything except for just a bit of information on the opening spot. And Poria, there was an opportunity with that smoke break, but Poria just at the wrong angle, and I think it's lucky for him that he wasn't out in the
Yeah,
open because
it
it was
wasn't.
Deco holding the sideline.
It wasn't an opportunity for him.
No.
It was Deco about to take a head off.
Yeah, he didn't miss anything there.
Oh, headshot through the smoke, but Deco gets the kill back onto Aaron. I thought that might have been a first somewhat decent exchange in favor of PERA, but no. Now a player down, DGL also tagged down to 70, and look at Kenzie's positioning, already infiltrating to the wall of smokes and has a perfect position that I think he'll just hold for the remainder of the round.
And PERA, they're just they're a bit scared to move. In the previous round where a situation like this occurred, there were lot like the rotates were just kind of failing. Not necessarily, it was just they met Aurora at every single point they wanted to move. And I think they're just going for like, okay, we're not gonna take the risk of rotating. We'll draw up a plan as soon as that bomb has gone down, but you'll do that with 1 man down, 2 men down now.
15
Actually,
seconds
with
though.
Poria also falling.
10, 12 seconds. They need to stay alive now, but
Yeah, it's really low
they're
on
swinging
time.
from heaven. It's a 1v5, gets a single kill. DGL, in the end, probably more than he could have ever hoped for. As Aurora is showing us this side of them that we haven't seen yet in this season. Of course, only a map and a half, but playing it to the very wire and very nicely, you know, taking the space of the map and suffocating PERA within a single bomb site, which is shades of like the old Navi from back in the day when Zeus used to play.
Yeah.
And I love seeing that from, you know, another CIS squad.
Yeah, I've had a couple of conversations with some UK pros, and they said there's like a different types of plays you can call. This was absolutely a mental play because the B bomb site was open. Like they knew the B bomb site was empty, and yet they still decide to go for the bomb plant on A, even with that low, that low little time left.
I mean,
It's such an annoying play. If your PERA, it's like, okay, 10 seconds, they'll plant the bomb, and all of a sudden, boom, they're at your doorstep on the A bomb site.
the community
It hurts.
the community often memes about saving strats, but I have to say, in this type of moments, yeah, this is a tournament, but it's early on in the tournament, and you have such a lead versus an opponent that you're dominating. Well, nice headshot from Aaron. Why not try some of your practice strats to see if they work in a real life environment? And that's what we saw from Aurora, right? That's one of those set plays that you really gotta practice, and if you go for it in officials and it works, it's great. As a result, continues to, you know, even up the playing board.
Once more, this double push over towards heaven. Lots of map control, lots of the strings in their hands. But with the kills, it is leaning more the way of PERA at this point, as DGL and Aaron both having picked up an AK now. Poria is still an unknown factor with his deagle.
They would desperately need this round, but DGL is gonna be spotted by Deco, who has the best awareness I think I've seen today. Gets the kill, bringing this one back to a 2 versus 2. Lucky has such a nice position to hold for this, but Aaron's actually not gonna get spotted, but Deco is aware, it doesn't even matter. Poria now, the last alive, 1v2, needs to find a rifle somewhere on the ground. Maybe, oh, Lucky spots him. Oh my
The
goodness.
Deagles don't work from that angle. I think Nico proved that a couple years back.
Yeah, like the deagle just receives like a nerf when you go up the ladder. I
Yeah,
think that's what it
it's
is.
weird.
Or is it the
Just
players that receive nerf?
maybe both. But I mean, a lot of you called like the like testing out the strats. What I'm also noticing by Aurora, it's everything has a variation, and of course, every team at this level should have that. But
Yeah.
it's very needable, right? It's dough-like. They can make the strat whatever they want it to be. And resulting Kenzie again with the double opener. Yeah, it's a push on outside. It's two fronts this fight. And ends up in a 2 versus 3 advantage T side. Chaotic and Corey. Oh, he's gonna get caught out. Does get a couple of bullets in return, but it's PERA alone again. Oi, oi, Aurora. This is a showcase. Put this in a glass case. Show it off to
And
your friends.
the patience that Nori shows this round, first of all, waiting in red, and now, again, just waiting for outside for someone to maybe come in on their stale, are signs of great game sense and awareness, both from Nori this round and Deco last one. And now PERA, I gotta say, they're not even going for a timeout, Sheep. I think their mental might actually be in the bin. Or they're so overconfident that they don't need a timeout and just need to find a bit of a break in this one. But 9-1, 8 rounds down when you are the CT side of Nuke, it's a complete disaster. And it's way worse than the last time these two teams faced on Nuke. But Corey will kick off with a nice entry.
What a shot onto the opera, just running across. Yeah, if 3-9, I believe a bit, at least in a competitive second half. But
no,
I find it very hard to see situations where Aurora is gonna lose any round here because Kenzie, he's been all-seeing on outside. He's been everywhere on that part of the map. And he's gonna be getting another 1 versus 1 fight again versus Bibu here.
Bibu had a good start on Anubis, but has been rather shut down since. Let's see if he can find this one as Smoke. I'll actually force him out of position of main. Unless he wants to turn out and look at the door. Oh, yeah, he does want to turn around and get a headshot. Oh my god,
Wow.
Nori! Full confidence, swinging in. And right before the kickoff of Nuke, we were like, oh yeah, we want DGL to get a bit more impact. DGL has found more kills, but it's the rest of his squad actually losing a lot of individual duels. And, you know, we talked about, it's not really about the veto, it's more about the player v player matchup. At least that's how it feels like right now.
Yep. Yeah, it's a lot of these individual fights, especially on this Nuke map. Not as much on Anubis. I think on Anubis it was a bit more clean, but Aurora, they've just been so smooth on this map. Yeah, it's 2 great shots, but it's every time PERA get into a position where they do have the advantage in a gunfight, more often than not, Aurora are not alone in that position. So looking at, for example, the exit through Hut, of course, Nori finds the instant pick. But even if Nori goes down first, then still there's 2 more players behind it. Same with Bibu in the last round. You're on outside in a 1v1 with Kenzie with a bit of an advantage, but he throws that smoke, he delays, and all of a sudden you have to deal with 2 angles. That has been like Aurora's pick, like they're picking the right fights. They're playing it so well. It's actually it's awesome to see.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Counter-Strike being played from them right now as they are hoping to double up their rounds, and PERA will actually get headshotted right away as soon as Resolve gets the chance to punish that aggressive attempt. And now they are taking over radio, eating the map, getting closer and closer to ramp. There is a molly stopping them for now, but there's a single player. It's, I believe that's DGL. No, it's Corey and DGL. Both of them actually with the M4A1s playing in this ramp area. Let's see if Result is going to overstep.
Well, I don't really think so. And some of these plays, I mean, that Aurora push, or a PERA push, sorry, that just has the aroma of desperation. hanging about. And Kenzie is just going to go for another smoke play on this outside area. Aaron has not been having a fun time dealing with this, although he does get a 1-up this time. 4 versus 4 as they enter A, and there's no internal defense.
Managing stay alive into a round, but it's the last one. You can't be shooting this time. It's good if you want to farm some stats, but
There's no kit, there's no smokes, a single flashbang. You'll never get through these crossfires. Aaron is going to try his hardest, but his AK
nice headshot.
is empty. Maybe Aaron? No, it's Norway that gets the upper hand yet again for the 14th time. He takes a player down, and it's 11-1. And this lawn is getting mowed. Run.
And welcome back to this complete annihilation from Aurora Gaming, completely showing up after the player break on a absolutely different level than PERA. We've seen these two teams on Nuke just a little over 4 weeks ago, and it was a close affair of 13-10. If PERA wants to bring it into the same realm, they need to start now by defeating the dual Julies.
Norway will be pushing in close range. It's going to be the Glocks that we've seen be dominant in all of the pistol rounds, actually. And that's not going to change for this one. Kenzie will find a timing, but DGL on that little retro P250 was moving in. I mean, 5 versus 3, PERA can only lose this round, right? The win should be secured.
Have we seen a single dualies kill in this entire series thus far? Because I don't think
one
we have. Oh,
from
okay.
Bibu. First pistol. As Lackey on outside is able to deal with Corey. And that prompts the ramp rush.
Let's see. Going quickly. They're actually there to contest. Kenzie can get a headshot. That would make it back to a 3 versus 3 result. Joining up, there is someone on the prowl actually, but it's not going to matter as Lucky goes for the early contact, and the Glocks, of course, will come out on top if Bibu wants to get his triple kill. But no, Result still stays alive, and finally Bibu will connect into that bullet. Now Kenzie 1 versus 4, running gun from Poria with the stolen duel. He's doubling the dual Beretta kills in this entire series, and PERA also doubling the rounds in this map.
Woohoo! They're on 2. Yay. No, yeah, with the USPs, as soon as you miss those like first 3, you can just sometimes those crosshair movements become very human, and you see the doubt creeping in. If you've missed like 3 or 4 of the USP bullets against the Glock, like, yeah, I am winning this anymore.
And this
it is the force buy though.
Yeah, you talked about this last game where the score was 9-4, I believe. Aurora also lost their second pistols on Anubis. This time around, they have way more space to play with. And look at Norway, spots the few down. Result is the one to get the kill. This is a bit of a disaster. Norway wins the duel as well, and now the player advantage with the Galil in hand is Norway going to get his double kill. Very low in HP, needs to stay alive, and will lose his duel versus Corey. People with an AK-47 gets 2,
mean.
and okay.
Maybe.
Syringe is there. 1v1 now.
Still a nade available. If Deco is able to get the 1 tag, then maybe.
Deco needs to swap guns. You can't play 1v1 when you got a scout.
Or can you?
Okay, the zoom could have been heard there. Corey, headshot coming in from Deco, who's got to get the 12th on the board for Aurora with the force buy. And now 10 match points on the back of Deco's 1v1 perfect clutch.
He can clutch with the scout. Oh, what a shot. That's just... That also shows the level of confidence, right? There was a nade. There was space to work with. There was an AK right between his toes, but he is just gonna keep that scout up, and he is gonna clutch it out. Aurora, 2 for 2 in CT force buy rounds in this entire series. That is also pretty ridiculous of a statistic with them playing this well. 3 for 3 actually.
Yeah, no, they've been playing very, very well. As 10 match points now. PERA have to invest everything they have in this one. Single rifle, 4 Tech 9s.
Oh yeah, it's already series point. I think we're missing out on that fact as well. Norway with another opener, 17 on his name. And with 2 players on outside, 2 players on inside, there might be an opportunity for a pinch here, although I do think the coverage from Aurora should cover this.
I forgot to mention, there is a Macton or Bibu, but that's not going to allow him to do anything. Look at that positioning. It's going to be a bait as Corey swings out and gets the kill onto Kenzie.
Oh, bomb! Oh no! Bomb gets dropped in mini. DGL at least equalizes a bit. It's Kenzie losing the outside fight for the first time, what feels like him forever. Still a 2 versus 2 though. Well, that fact has now changed. It's DGL. The AWPer. We haven't seen him with the big green often in Nuke, and he does go down for a destruction of PERA, 13-2.
Aurora Gaming sticking to our predictions, coming up victorious. 2-0, like I said, but I was not expecting to see such a dominant performance, especially on Nuke, right? It was the map